So today we're going to show you how to clone Windows 11 VM in Microsoft Hyper-V, and that is from Learning Microsoft Hyper-V Manager series. We have a Hyper-V server already prepared. We also set up Windows 11 machine and we installed Google Chrome on it. Let's say hypothetically you want to pre-install as much software as all your VMs might be using right before cloning. So we set up Google Chrome. We also made a home page of Edge browser to be google.com. Right, so that's our customization, and we will show you how to clone it. So all you need to do is right click, or you powered off Windows 11 machine, and then you want to export. You want to click on browse. Right here, this is our locations where all VMs are located. We're going to create a new folder called clones, right? So which contains all our clones of other virtual machines if we ever need them. And then we're going to create a new folder called Windows 11.01 clone, right? So that's the folder that we're gonna save files to, right? So on status right here, you will see the progress. It's pretty quick. If we open locations right here from the browser, we can see that this machine had been created with a hard disk, which are finalized right here, and all the settings, virtual machines from Hyper-V. So now, before we can actually deploy it and use it in production environment of the clone, we want to run sysprep on the back end to clear up security ID and kind of set that machine as a separate from the current one, right? Especially if this one, has certain users that are already there logged in before. So we want to import virtual machine. We're going to navigate to that location where we exported that particular clones. Under clones, this one. So we're gonna navigate to this folder, go to next, and then go to next. What we want to select here, instead of replacing the current one, right, or restoring virtual machine, we want to create a clone of it, right? Copy the virtual machine, create a new ID, and then we wanted to make sure that configuration folders. So we're gonna create a new one, right? So we're gonna put configuration folder will be Win 11.02, checkpoint also 02, and paging file 02. Okay, so we're gonna create that, and then store hard drives. What I wanted to do instead of the 0102, and I like to put it in that folder virtual disks. Okay, while this one looks good, we're going to finish it. And so if we look at the structure, right, so clone is intact, right, the one the clone. So now this 102 machine had been creating virtual disks I being also set up right here. So, and as it finished, right, everything is neatly kind of pulled together. So now how do you distinguish between the old one and the new one, right? So you can look at the date created, right? This one was in the morning. We just created this virtual machine, customize it, but this one is just our time, just like we did it right now. So we're gonna rename this one, and we're gonna do 02, right? So right now. And so now, before we start it on, not to interfere with the current one, right, because if the current one is being used in production, right, we want to go under settings and we want to disconnect network adapter for the moment of time, right? So not connected until we run sysprep, right, on this particular VM. So we're gonna start this virtual machine and we're gonna connect to it. So we're going to connect to it. It will take just a few minutes for it to start. Once the virtual machine starts, we will show you how to run sysprep on that virtual machine. As we can see, all the settings are the same, right? So we're going to log in, and then we're going to open command prompt, and we're going to run sysprep. And once the machine will restart, then it will ask us to enter new information, because as we can see, let me open command prompt. So let me run it as administrator right here, and we're gonna see if we host name for this one is still the old one, right? So if both of them they are on the system, right, or connected to the network, then it will produce a problem on the network, right? So we wanted to navigate to sysprep folder right here. Oh, sorry, we want to cd sysprep folder, and we want to start executable file right here. Okay, just make sure you click on generalize right here, enter out of box experience, generalize, and then reboot, and we're gonna say okay. So you will notice that if VM, the one that you cloned, did had TPM enabled, right, the error message like this will come along, because what happens is part of the startup area of this particular virtual machine is encrypted, right? Because we enabled encryption and protection on the startup, right? So which is okay, we're just gonna say okay, and we need to run a couple commands, right? At this point, one of the commands we wanted to examine, right, encryption status, right? So we want to put manage dash BDE and then see the status, right? Status, we can see that percentage encrypted rate is 100% is encrypted, right? Even though protection is off, because if we click on start and then under control panel, right? If we look at the control panel and we see BitLocker drive encryption, we can see then it's not on, right? So, but because it's enabled under Hyper-V, and I'm going to show you under settings right here, security, TPM, and enable secure boot, right? So all that area is encrypted. That's why what we need to do, we need to run a command which would be manage BDE dash off and then specify drive C, right? So we're going to do capital, and then decryption is now in progress. So what we need to do, we need to look at the status once again, and then it will show us, right, percentage encrypted. It was 100%, now 28.2%, and it says decryption in progress. So we're gonna run this command once again just to see the progress of the status. So it's being decrypted. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pause this video for a few minutes, and then we're gonna run the status again just to confirm that none of the part of the drive had been encrypted. Okay, so now we run a command once again of manage BDE dash status, and it says fully decrypted, right? So we're gonna try to run sysprep once again. So we're gonna generalize, and the system should restart. Okay, so that looks much better. So process cleanup, generalize, process is going on. So it's doing it right now, and then the system will actually restart in a few minutes. So I'm gonna pause the video and then turn it back on when the system is about to restart. All right, now the system is rebooting once again, so you will see how it comes to the point as if it's a brand new installation of Windows 11, and we're going to show you the settings that Google Chrome and customization on the Edge browser is going to be already there, even though this is kind of brand new setup over here. So it's gonna take just a few minutes. I'm gonna pause the video. So here comes a new setup of a new machine. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing as we normally do, shift F10. So we're gonna bring this and then B O O E, bypass NRO, and then it's gonna restart once again as if it's a brand new installation. But actually you're gonna see that there will be Google Chrome already pre-installed, and if you install any other software, it will be there already. All it does right now is gonna ask us to set up a new user, which we set up user 2, so that those systems are kind of different. And also we give it a new computer name. So we're gonna go the same country. If you're using another country, please select another country or another keyboard. So we're gonna skip adding a layout. So I don't have internet, so we're gonna just select that option here. We're gonna accept the license agreement because now it's user 2, so we're gonna do 2, and then we're gonna select. So I'm going to confirm the same password, and then I'm going to pause it so we can finish with questions, and then I'm going to start the video back after the questions. Okay, we answer all those questions. We're going to say unselect all these options right here. Okay, so there is no unnecessary communications going back and forth, and now the system is trying to create that user 2, the one that we specify. So I'm going to pause for a moment, and then I'm going to come back once everything is loaded, and you will see that Google Chrome already pre-installed, and Edge browser does well, actually Google Chrome should be pre-installed, but Edge browser might not have customization there because we just recreated a new user for this machine. Alright, everything is loaded right now, and as you can see, Google Chrome is installed right there, but of course it lost the customization because it's a different user. This is user 2, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna reconnect back the network card. We're gonna go under settings, and then under network adapter we're gonna connect this one, and we're gonna apply, and then we're gonna see how the cable is connected right here. So the IP address is, so everything is up to normal. So this concludes our presentation on how to clone Windows 11 VM, and like we said, you are welcome to pre-install any type of software, any customizations you want to do, but then don't forget to run sysprep on the cloned one so that you remove security ID, anything like that, and then if it's domain join, then you can join that one to the domain once again.